If bank reconciliation confuses you, this video will fix it. Students don't fail this topic because of math. They fail because they don't know which side to adjust. And once you understand that, you'll never guess again. By the end of this video, bank reconciliation will feel obvious. Let's start easy, on purpose. Here's the situation. The bank balance is $12,000. There are outstanding checks totaling $2,500. The question asks, what is the adjusted bank balance? Now pause. This is bank side logic. An outstanding check means the company already recorded the payment, but the bank has not cleared it yet. So the bank balance is too high. That means we subtract. 12,000 minus 2,500 equals $9,500. That is the adjusted bank balance. Here's the idea you must remember. Outstanding checks reduce the bank balance because the bank doesn't know about them yet. Now let's flip it. The bank balance is $9,800. There is a deposit in transit of $1,200. Again, bank side question. A deposit in transit means the company already recorded the cash, but the bank hasn't processed it yet. So this time, the bank balance is too low. That means we add. 9,800 plus 1,200 equals $11,000. That's the adjusted bank balance. And here's the easy rule that removes confusion forever. If the bank doesn't know yet, adjust the bank. Let me lock this in for you. Outstanding checks, subtract. Deposits in transit, add. No journal entries, no guessing, just timing. If this part feels easy, perfect. Because bank reconciliation only gets hard when people forget this foundation. All right, now we move into the medium level. This is where students usually start mixing things up, not because it's hard, but because they forget one rule. Bank items affect the bank. Book items affect the books. Once you separate those, these questions become calm and predictable. Here's the situation. The book balance is $15,000. The bank charged a service fee of $150. The question asks, what is the adjusted book balance and what is the journal entry? Pause here. The bank already knows about this fee. The company does not. That means this is a Bookside adjustment. So we reduce the book balance. 15,000 minus 150 equals $14,850. Now the journal entry. A bank service charge is an expense. So we record debit bank service expense for $150, credit cash for $150. And here's the rule you must lock in. Bank service charges always adjust the books, never the bank. Now let's do an NSF check. The book balance is $8,500. A customer's check for $1,000 bounced. The question asks for the adjusted book balance and the journal entry. Again, Bookside issue. The company thought it had cash. It doesn't, so we reduce cash. 8,500 minus 1,000 equals $7,500. Now the logic behind the entry. The customer still owes us the money, so cash goes down and accounts receivable goes up. The journal entry is debit accounts receivable for 1,000, credit cash for 1,000. Here's the mindset that saves points. NSF does not cancel revenue. It means the customer still owes you. Let me lock this level in. If the bank did something you didn't record, adjust the books. If the customer still owes you, create a receivable. No panic, no guessing, just logic. And if this level feels clear, you're ready for the hard bank reconciliation traps next. All right, now we're in the hard level. Not because the math is hard, but because multiple things are happening at the same time. This is where students lose points by rushing. So we're going to slow down and stay disciplined. Here's the situation. The book balance is $10,200. A check was recorded as $720, but the correct amount should have been $270. The question asks for the adjusted book balance and the correction amount. This is a company error, not a bank issue, so we adjust the books. Now here's the most important part. We do not fix the whole check. We fix only the difference. So let's calculate the difference. 720 minus 270 equals $450. The company recorded too much cash going out, so we need to increase cash by 450. Adjusted book balance, 10,200 plus 450 equals $10,650. Here's the exam insight that saves you. When correcting errors, adjust only the difference, never the full amount. Now let's combine everything. The bank balance is $14,000. Outstanding checks total $3,200. There is a deposit in transit of $1,500. There is also a bank service charge of $100 and an NSF check of $600. First, we adjust the bank side. Outstanding checks reduce the bank balance. 14,000 minus 3,200 equals 10,800. Now add the deposit in transit. 10,800 plus 1,500 equals 12,300. That's the adjusted bank balance. Now the book side. Bank service charge reduces books by 100. NSF check reduces books by 600. Total book reduction, $700. If the book balance was originally $13,000, after adjustment, it would also equal $12,300, and that's the goal. Here's the hard-level rule you must obey. Never mix bank side items with book side items. Separate first, adjust second. Hard reconciliation questions are not about speed, they're about discipline. If you separate the sides, fix only what belongs to each side, and stay calm, you win every time. And now, you're ready for the final trap level. All right, this is the trap level. And I want you to hear this clearly. These questions are not testing math. They're testing discipline. Most students lose points here because they feel pressure to record something, anything. But in bank reconciliation, doing nothing is often the correct answer. Here's the situation. Outstanding checks are listed. A deposit in transit is listed. The question asks, do we prepare a journal entry? And the correct answer is no journal entry. Why? Because these are timing differences. The company already recorded them. The bank just hasn't caught up yet. So we adjust the bank balance on the reconciliation, not the books. Let this lock in. Timing differences never require journal entries. Now look at this list. Outstanding check, deposit in transit, bank error, service charge. Which ones require journal entries? Stop and think. Outstanding checks? No, timing difference. Deposit in transit? No, timing difference. Bank error? Yes, the company didn't record it. Service charge? Yes, the company didn't record it. Here's the final trap rule that saves grades. Only items the company did not record require journal entries. If the company already recorded it, leave the books alone. If you remember just one thing from this topic, remember this. Bank reconciliation is not about guessing. It's about knowing when not to touch the books. And if you can confidently do nothing when nothing is required, you've mastered it.